right? Out of sight is truly out of mind. I always recommend for my clients every 90 days at a minimum, right? Absence does not make the heart grow fonder. It just makes you easier to forget. Especially now when there's a myriad of people knocking on their door, again, trying to get them to marry them by creating a level of dissatisfaction between ourselves. All right, let's go on to the new part of the session here. All right, I love the second opinion. All right, I think people get that. I think they understand the idea of the second opinion. And by the way, this is a relatively new, I think when I say relatively, I'm going to say in the last 50 years. And I think most people think of the second opinion most specifically related to medical. Now, there was a time where if you go back 100, 150, 200 years, if you had cancer, you had cancer. There's nobody fixing you. There was no techniques. There was no nothing, right? You had tuberculosis. Whatever you had 50 years ago, 100 years ago, you were done for. There was nothing, right? You know, in my lifetime, I was born in 1961, but you go back into the 70s and 80s when the HIV really kicked in. At that point in time, that was a death sentence. If you were diagnosed with HIV and subsequently AIDS, you died. There was no treatment, there was no drugs, there was nothing like that. You died, right? You could go to 97 people and they're all going to say the same thing. Can't help you, right? But nowadays, because medical science has taken these great leaps and bounds, now that second opinion really is a lot more legitimate because there are new things and you can't know everything, right? And now with technology in different parts of the world, that second opinion concept really is one that's more fully embraced by people. Because what they're looking for and they're hoping for in many cases is that you're going to have a better mousetrap. Right? When you go to that second opinion at the doctor, right? The doctor says you have cancer. You go to that, get that second opinion. You don't go to the second opinion with the hopes that he confirms your first opinion. Why are you going to the second opinion? Because you're hoping he has a better mousetrap, that he has a technique or a treatment or something to try. And it's the same thing in our world, right? Multiple pair of eyes are generally better. So regardless of what you have, it's always better to have that second opinion because we're looking for ways to create that wedge in the incumbent relationship. Now, that doesn't mean that you go out and lie about it, right? If you go out and lie, if you go out and look at something that somebody else has done or you review paperwork or their offers and it is legit, have enough character and ethics to say, you know what, Mrs. Jones, that actually is what I would do, and that's a very fair price. I'd go with it. As opposed to some people always find something no matter what. We don't teach that, right? I will never teach you to lie, cheat, and steal. I will teach you, however, to color right up to the line. And when I'm talking about a second opinion, here's what I say. In about 50% of the time, all right, this is an honest answer. In about 50% of the time, we actually have a better mousetrap. I believe that we have a better offering, right? That we can save you money, offer you a better deal, whatever the better is. But about 50% of the time, what you got is pretty good. Right? I'm going to say, hey, look, what you got is good. Go with it. Stay with it. Now, that doesn't give that inflated salesy, oh, Mrs. Jones, if you let me try, I can save you, guaranteed. No, right? Because that's salesy. People don't want that. About half of the time we're better. Maybe half the time we're not. The thing is, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're in the half better or the half not. But one of two things is going to happen. Either A, you're going to find a better offering, right? You're going to get a better deal of whatever better deal looks like. Or you're going to find out that the one that you have is, in fact, the best that is available. So when you leave the table, either way, you're a winner. You're a winner because you got something that was better, or you're a winner knowing that what you have is actually the best. So that's that second opinion in the ideology in terms of the incumbent dissatisfaction techniques. I want you to say that.